If you want to build an app that uses AI models from different providers, then you're going to need to learn how to use their SDKs for your language, which could take a really long time. But not anymore, because LiteLLM is here to fix that by giving you a standard approach to communicate with lots of different providers. Let's see it in action. But before we do that, why not hit the subscribe button to get much more content like this? LiteLLM has an enterprise version, but we're going to be using the free and open source option. It can be set up as a proxy server or used with the Python SDK. Since we're not going to be using it for a Python project, let's use the proxy server, which can be set up with Docker. Here is my Docker Compose file that's using the LiteLLM image, exposing a port, using a config file, and using my OpenAI key. And finally, there's commands to use the config in this directory. In the config file, I have a model name here, which can be anything you want, the actual name of the model in the LiteLLM params, which needs to match what's in the API, and my OpenAI API key. You can also set a bunch of things like rate per minute, temperature, max token, and so on. But for now, let's just keep things simple. So if we start our container, we can make an API call to this endpoint, select the model, and give it a prompt. We'll then format the response with JQ, and this will give us the response. We could even make a call with a system prompt and a user prompt, which can influence the response. Let's add a few more models. We can add more models to our list in the config file, use this endpoint to check our models are being loaded incorrectly, and then we can make an API request to all three of them using the exact same format. This is really cool, but LiteLLM also has a UI giving us access to even more features. If we navigate to localhost 4000/UI, we can see we have to set it up with a database URL and a master key. So we can create a quick database with Neon, which we've already made a video about, so be sure to check out the description for more. We can expose the connection URL, pass it in here under general settings, and create a master key, which allows you to manage other keys. This will give us a login page, and once we're in, we get this really nice UI where we can create some virtual keys, see the models, take a look at our usage with some activities, and even see some logs. But now we can't make an API request the way we used to, because we need to attach an authorization token, which we can get by creating a virtual key. Since I've already created one, we can just use that. So now if we use it to make a call, the responses should now work. As much as I like looking at responses in the terminal, it's not very visually appealing. So let's take a look at an example using the browser. This is a simple React and Vite application that allows us to toggle on and off different models, and we can type a prompt here, and it will send this as an API call to LiteLLM and give us some responses. Seriously, this is the response from GPT 4.5? Come on. LiteLLM also supports streaming, embeddings, image generation, and multi-model routing from all these providers. So if you want a Python library or a proxy that you can use to manage and make calls to multiple different models without needing all the features of something like LangChain, then you should definitely check out LiteLLM.